Indiana State football coach Mike Sanford. Sycamores play at Missouri State on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Mike, talk about Missouri State a little bit. They new coach with Dave Steckel, and not a lot of familiar names. I mean, they've turned over quite a few players on both sides of the ball, and what does that entail? I mean, that kind of limits what you've seen of these players. You have 3 games of film to watch, but what are your impressions of them?
Well, first of all, Dave Steckel, outstanding coach, did a great job, was defensive coordinator at the University of Missouri for 12 years, and he's been a great addition for them. Second of all, offensively they're a spread team. They play 2 quarterbacks. Their running back is excellent. He does a really good job. They have a really good slot receiver. They do a nice job with a spread offense. Defensively, they've a year ago they were a 3-4 defense. This year they're a 4-3 defense, and they are very sound defensively. Their best player is number 31. For some reason, I don't remember his name offhand, but he is a great player, and he is, I think, the 3rd leading tackler right now in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. He is a really good player. Special teams, they have a good punter. And they're very sound on special teams. We have our work cut out for us to go on the road in the Missouri Valley Football Conference and beat them. We've struggled with them the last 2 years. A sound loss 2 years ago at Springfield, and then last year we had to do the circle of death to come out with a win. So we have a ton of respect for them, and we've got to fight for everything we've got.
What kind of culture do you think Dave is trying to put on that program? Maybe that might be different from what Terry Allen had done. I know it's hard to gauge that since you haven't been there in person yet, but what are your impressions on that? Well,
I don't know a whole lot about him. I haven't had a lot of crossover with him, so it's hard for me to know I just know he's a really good football coach, really sound, and they will be a disciplined, sound football team.
One thing that jumped out to me when I was looking at both teams was your team has been pretty sound defensively this year. They've struggled a bit offensively. And just talk about you hope it happens every week, but the impact that your defense can potentially have on this game, and you talk about starting fast a lot, and maybe starting fast on the defensive side of the ball this week, to maybe create some demoralization among Missouri State. Talk about the importance of that, because statistically it stacks up that your defense should be able to do well this weekend.
Well, I think, the statistics are a little misleading because they played 2 really good football teams in Memphis and Arkansas State, who are both FBS football programs. And then their other game was a win at home against Shadron. I do believe our defense needs to set the tone. Our defense needs to start fast, and that's going to be a critical thing for this game.
Offensively, one thing that you guys have struggled a bit at is 3rd down conversions. You're in the 20s right now in terms of that. Obviously, it's important to move the sticks, and just talk about what you guys need to do to improve that, and keep the offense moving and sustaining drives this Saturday.
Well, that's something that we've worked on this week. We've emphasized we need to convert 3rd downs on offense way better than we have. That's going to be critical to stay on the field. We also, just in general as a football team, we need to be better on 3rd down. Our defense needs to get them off on 3rd down, but we need to convert 3rd downs on offense. We have not been what we need to be.
Every game is important, but the conference opener can be, I don't want to place any more importance on it than the other 8 games, not to be cliched, but you don't want to fall to 0-1 in this league, and especially with the teams you have behind Missouri State. Just talk about the importance of that, and I don't want to say it's more pressure because each game has its own pressure, but certainly, you want to get off to a good start and really put a stamp on this season, I would think.
Yeah, I think we need to start fast in the game and start fast in the conference, and I think those 2 things are synonymous. We must start fast in the conference, and this is a huge game for us.
All right, fair enough, Mike. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Okay.